Welcome to Bible Sharp. 20 questions, 20 seconds each. Today's topic, Judges and Prophets. How sharp is your scripture knowledge? Let's find out. Question 1. Who killed Sisera by driving a tent peg through his temple? A. Deborah. B. Jael. C. Ruth. D. Abigail. The correct answer is B. Jael. Jael killed the Canaanite general Sisera while he slept in her tent by driving a tent peg through his temple. Judges 4:21. Question 2. What did Gideon ask God to do with a fleece to confirm his will? A. Make it wet while ground stayed dry. B. Make it dry while ground stayed wet. C. Both wet then, dry tests. D. Turn it different colors. The correct answer is C. Both wet then dry tests. Gideon asked for the fleece to be wet while the ground was dry, then reversed the test for confirmation. Judges 6:37-40. Question 3. What weapon did Shamgar use to kill 600 Philistines? A. A sword. B. An ox goad. C. A sling. D. A spear. The correct answer is B. An ox goad. Shamgar used an ox goad, a farming tool used to prod cattle, to kill 600 Philistines. Judges 3:31. Question 4. Which judge was left-handed and assassinated King Eglon? A. Othniel. B. Shamgar. C. Ehud. D. Tola. The correct answer is C. Ehud. Ehud was left-handed and used this to his advantage when he killed the fat King Eglon with a hidden dagger. Judges 3:15-21. Question 5. Which prophet had a servant named Gehazi who was struck with leprosy? A. Elijah. B. Elisha. C. Isaiah. D. Samuel. The correct answer is B. Elisha. Gehazi was Elisha's servant who lied about receiving gifts from Naaman and was cursed with leprosy. 2 Kings 5:20-27. Question 6. What did Jeremiah bury by the Euphrates River? A. A scroll. B. A linen belt. C. A clay jar. D. A bronze shield. The correct answer is B. A linen belt. God told Jeremiah to bury a linen belt by the Euphrates as an object lesson about Israel's corruption. Jeremiah 13:4-7. Question 7. What did Elijah use to part the Jordan River? A. His staff. B. His cloak. C. His belt. D. His sandals. The correct answer is B. His cloak. Elijah took his cloak, rolled it up, and struck the waters with it, causing them to divide. 2 Kings 2:8. Question 8. Which prophet's bones revived a dead man when the corpse touched them? A. Elijah. B. Elisha. C. Samuel. D. Jeremiah. The correct answer is B. Elisha. Even after Elisha's death, his bones had power to resurrect a dead man who was thrown into his tomb. 2 Kings 13:21. Question 9. How many years did the Israelites serve Jabin, king of Canaan? A. 18 years. B. 20 years. C. 8 years. D. 40 years. The correct answer is B. 20 years. The Israelites were oppressed by Jabin, king of Canaan, for 20 years before Deborah and Barak delivered them. Judges 4:3. Question 10. Which prophet was commanded to lie on his side for 390 days? A. Jeremiah. B. Isaiah. C. Ezekiel. D. Daniel. The correct answer is C. Ezekiel. Ezekiel was told to lie on his left side for 390 days to bear the sin of Israel, then on his right side for 40 days for Judah. Ezekiel 4:4-6. Question 11. Which prophet married a prostitute named Gomer? A. Hosea. B. Amos. C. Joel. D. Micah. The correct answer is A. Hosea. God commanded Hosea to marry Gomer as a symbol of Israel's spiritual adultery against God. Hosea 1:2-3. Question 12. Which prophet was told to cook his food over human excrement? A. Isaiah. B. Jeremiah. C. Ezekiel. D. Hosea. The correct answer is C. Ezekiel. God commanded Ezekiel to bake bread over human dung as a sign, though he later allowed cow dung instead. Ezekiel 4:12-15. Question 13. What was the name of Samuel's corrupt sons? A. Hophni and Phinehas. B. Joel and Abijah. C. Nadab and Abihu. D. Adonijah and Absalom. The correct answer is B. Joel and Abijah. Samuel's sons Joel and Abijah were corrupt judges who took bribes and perverted justice. 1 Samuel 8:2-3. Question 14. What did Elisha put in the poisonous stew to make it safe? A. Salt. B. Flour. C. Oil. D. Honey. The correct answer is B. Flour. When the sons of the prophets cried about poisonous gourds in their stew, Elisha put flour in the pot and made it harmless. 2 Kings 4:40-41. Question 15. What did Isaiah walk around naked and barefoot for 3 years to symbolize? A. Israel's shame. B. Egypt's coming captivity. C. Babylon's fall. D. Jerusalem's destruction. The correct answer is B. Egypt's coming captivity. Isaiah walked naked and barefoot as a sign against Egypt and Cush, showing how they would be led away captive. Isaiah 23:4. Question 16. How many men did Gideon's army have after God reduced it twice? A. 300. B. 10,000. C. 32,000. D. 3,000. The correct answer is A. 300. God reduced Gideon's army from 32,000 to 10,000, then to just 300 men to show his power. Judges 7:7. Question 17. Which judge made a rash vow that led to his daughter's death? A. Gideon. B. Jephthah. C. Samson. D. Barak. The correct answer is B. Jephthah. Jephthah vowed to sacrifice whatever came out of his house first if God gave him victory, and his daughter was first to greet him. Judges 11:30-40. Question 18. Which minor prophet questioned God's justice in allowing the wicked to prosper? A. Malachi. B. Habakkuk. C. Zephaniah. D. Haggai. The correct answer is B. Habakkuk. Habakkuk questioned why God allowed the wicked to prosper and the righteous to suffer. Habakkuk 1:13. Question 19. Who was the only female judge mentioned by name in the book of Judges? A. Miriam, B. Deborah, C. Jael, D. Huldah. The correct answer is B. Deborah. Deborah was a prophetess and judge who led Israel to victory over the Canaanites with Barak. Judges 4:4-5. Question 20. What did Jonah do after God spared Nineveh from destruction? A. Rejoiced and praised God. B. Returned to Israel immediately. C. Became angry and wanted to die. D. Preached in other cities. The correct answer is C. Became angry and wanted to die. Jonah was angry that God showed mercy to Nineveh and asked God to take his life. Jonah 4:1-3.
How did you do? Drop your score below. If you got 20 out of 20, you are Bible sharp. Subscribe. Stay sharp, stay in the Word.